NBC 10 News Sunrise starts right now.
It is your 6 o'clock wake-up call on this Tuesday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Mario Florio.
And good morning. I'm Allison Bologna. Here's a look at some of our top stories. First up, a woman found deceased and a mother injured in a Cranston home. Why police are calling the death suspicious.
We're taking a live look now over the city of Fall River. We've got a mild start out there. Muggy, too, is setting the stage for some stormy weather headed our way midweek. Christina's tracking the rain.
Mr. Fisher, where were you the last 21 years? Why did you run, Mr. Fisher?
And a Rhode Island fugitive on the run for more than 2 decades returning to court.
So a lot to get to on this Tuesday morning. Chris Raposa is in Cranston with the details on that suspicious death investigation.
And Christian Ray is tracking your Tuesday morning commute as well.
But first, let's get right over to Christina with a mild, muggy start out there. You can see the haze, huh?
Yeah, a lot of us are actually starting to see some fog develop. It's just as that humidity is starting to rise. So we're pretty sticky out there to start, pretty cloudy, and in some areas we've got some reduced visibility. Temperatures have actually started to climb as well. And this is as a warm front is pressing our way. It's building in those clouds, building in that humidity. So we've actually jumped up a degree in Providence to 71 degrees, and lots of us now at 70. Wareham, New Bedford, Somerset, Hope Valley, Charlestown. We're pretty warm across the region, and again muggy too. Dew point temperatures are all in the upper 60s to start off our day. Huge jump from yesterday's comfortable one to a real sticky one today, and that continues on for us for the next several days. Now, as for our sky conditions, clouds are just beginning to build our way. Today, a mix of sun and clouds. This warm front responsible for bringing us cloudiness and that very sticky feel, but eventually it'll also bring us some storms heading into tomorrow. For today, though, heading into the upper 70s, the rain doesn't start until tomorrow morning. Coming up, I have details about the heavy rain. Kristen.
6:01 in the morning now, and unfortunately we do remain slow on Route 24 northbound. We have a drive time of 36 minutes right now from Fall River up to 495 because of those backups that commuters are sitting in right before passing the area of Route 140, with that accident being right by exit 17 near Route 140. Route 140 northbound continues to look good, and when commuters make their way onto Route 24 from there, heading northbound, we are smooth sailing. It's just, again, south of Route 140 that we do have those delays. Allison, Mario.
Breaking overnight, police in Mansfield say an active incident involving a person armed with a gun outside of the police station has been resolved. Officers responding last night to a person in a vehicle believed to be experiencing some sort of mental health crisis. Multiple law enforcement agencies responding. A secure perimeter was established and nearby roads were temporarily closed. Police say there was right now no threat to the general public. Also breaking overnight, a powerful 7.1 magnitude earthquake striking southern Japan. The Associated Press reports a tsunami warning is now in effect there. No word yet, though, on any injuries or if anyone was killed.
And there's two breaking overnight. Wild video from Warwick where a car just burst into flames. Look at this. A viewer sending us this video just before 11 last night. They say it happened on East Avenue right near CCRI's night campus. You can see the car actually explodes when a firefighter gets near it. We're still working to figure out whether anyone was hurt and what caused the fire.
A 21-year-old woman is dead and her mother is recovering in the hospital after some sort of incident inside of their apartment in Cranston. NBC 10's Christian Raposa is live in Cranston with what we know so far this morning. Christian, good morning.
Allison, good morning. Many questions still remain as to what exactly happened at the apartment on the corner of Kingswood Avenue and Briggs Street early Monday morning. It's a very quiet normally quiet neighborhood that's turned into a major crime scene. And police say that they got to that house around 8:30 Monday morning after they received a call from the property owner and landlord. Investigators had the home roped off, going in and out for the better part of the day. According to police, they were told by the owner he went inside to investigate water leaking into the basement. That's when he found a 62-year-old woman in a bedroom suffering from self-inflicted lacerations or cuts. After a sweep of one of the apartments inside the home, they found a 21-year-old woman dead in a separate bedroom. Police determined they're a mother and daughter who were the only ones living there.
Me and my mom were going down the street. We saw some caution tape and police cars. It was kind of scary. I was shocked, and I didn't really expect anything would happen around here. Normally it's a quiet place, but it's still pretty shocking.
I don't know. It's crazy. You don't think it's going to happen right next door from you.
The Attorney General's office is assisting the investigation, and as police get out more information to us, we'll keep you updated both on air and online. For now, live in Cranston, Christian Raposa, NBC 10 News.
All right, thank you, Christian. One person has died after this crash on I-195 in Westport. Take a look. This was yesterday afternoon. Police say the crash involved a truck and a convertible. You can see debris scattered across the westbound lanes near exit 16. The road did reopen several hours later. We're still working to get more information from investigators.
About 30 cats have died after a house fire in Danielson, Connecticut. This was the scene on Hawkins Street yesterday morning. It's about a 7-minute drive or so from the Rhode Island border. 6 people escaped the flames. 1 person had to be flown to the hospital to be treated for burns. The cause remains under investigation.
Mr. Fisher, what do you say to the victim? Did you think you'd never get caught?
Ronald Fisher returning to a Rhode Island courtroom after spending more than 2 decades on the run. He took off before a jury convicted him of rape in 2005. Fisher was recently captured on a sailboat off the coast of New Jersey after allegedly living under a fake identity and working in the medical field. The woman who accused Fisher of raping her says his arrest is bringing long-awaited relief.
I always lived in fear of seeing him again, because I never felt that he was far away, and I literally became disabled from working. It was honestly scary. I did develop PTSD from it.
Fisher pleaded not guilty to charge of a bail jumping. He remains held without bail while awaiting his next court appearance scheduled for August 17th.
A former Boston Children's Hospital nurse accused of sexually assaulting 2 teenage patients is released from prison. 33-year-old John Tam is not allowed now to work in healthcare or to be alone with children while the case is pending. Prosecutors say the alleged incidents happened in 2022 and 2025, and a third is under investigation. They're urging other possible victims to come forward.
A teacher from Belmont, Massachusetts, facing some disturbing child pornography charges. Police say Leon Dyer was arrested after Google flagged suspected child sexual abuse images, and investigators later found more on his phone. Belmont schools, and Dyer is banned from Belmont schools and cannot work or volunteer with children while this case moves forward. While different cities and towns are considering adding flock cameras to their areas, one town council is actually ending their partnership with the controversial company. It comes after residents expressed privacy concerns. NBC 10's Kennedy Buck joins us live with those details. Kennedy, good morning.
Good morning, Mario. South Kingstown Town Council voted to end their contract with Flock Safety after multiple residents spoke out against these cameras, calling it an invasion of privacy. It was a unanimous vote by all of the councilors, and they also asked the town to take down the cameras as soon as possible. Councilors say they received hundreds of complaints about the technology. One major concern is that their data could be misused or used against them. A spokesperson for the company, Flock Safety, spoke in favor of the cameras and tried to dispel some myths, but the town council still voted to turn the cameras off.
In most cases, as is the case here in South Kingstown, it is not connected to identifying information.
But at what cost to people's privacy? Just because the technology exists doesn't mean we should use it. And this is wrong, and we don't want to use it.
Since the council voted to end that contract, they're also trying to get a reduced price for the cameras since they already paid for the year. For now, reporting live, Kennedy Buck, NBC 10 News.
A judge rules there is enough evidence in a murder case against the singer known as David to go to trial. Now, David Burke is accused of killing and dismembering the 14-year-old girl who was found in the trunk of his car at an airport last year. Prosecutors allege he killed her to prevent the team from disclosing details about their relationship.
David Anthony Burke has also been held to answer for the mutilation of the remains of Celeste Rivas Hernandez on September 8th, 2025. And he has also been held to answer for engaging in continuous lewd and lascivious acts with a 13-year-old.
David has pleaded not guilty. No trial date has been set just yet.
Happening today, Senator Lindsey Graham will be honored at the U.S. Capitol before a funeral service at Washington National Cathedral. His remains will then return to South Carolina for procession, funeral, and private burial. Graham died earlier this month at 71. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will attend the funeral during his visit to the U.S. this week. He'll also meet with President Trump. The visit comes as New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani renews calls to arrest Netanyahu for alleged war crimes, though he has no authority to do so.
Senator Mitch McConnell remains in rehab after a fall at his home last month. The senator sharing this photo along with an update on his health. His office says he's undergoing some physical therapy and has not yet been cleared to return to the Senate. All right, it's that time, 5:10. Christina, decent right now, but not for long, huh? Good morning.
Yeah, not for long. We have some changes ahead. At least today we are staying nice and dry, though, although clouds are already really starting to move their way in. So as for high temperatures today, it's going to be falling short of average, that average around the mid-80s. So we're just heading into the upper 70s for highs today. We have a bit of a southwest wind, so the beaches today heading into the lower to mid-70s. Today on and off sun and clouds, but I still recommend getting outside, maybe taking a dip in the pool, maybe heading down to the ocean. You'll notice mostly cloudy skies here or there and peaks of sun, but it won't be as bad as tomorrow. Coming up, I have more details about the storms ahead. Kristen.
All right, thank you, Christina. 5:10 in the morning now, and if Route 140 northbound is a part of your morning commute, as of right now, things are looking great there. We have your average drive time of just about 14 minutes on Route 140 northbound from 195 in New Bedford up to Route 24. And then if you're headed up to 495 from there, just tack on another 5-minute long drive. Hopping on over now to 295 north and southbound travel lanes. This is over in the area of Route 116, where we are seeing very smooth moving travel there, both northbound and southbound. Still obviously just waiting for it to brighten up a bit out there too. 295 northbound from Johnston up to I-95 in Attleboro. Looks great with the 14-minute long drive time.
Everything is free, nonprofit, whether it's, Ferris Bueller's Days Off or Muppets from Space.
Next on Sunrise, you've heard of Little Free Library, but have you ever heard of Little Free Blockbuster? One man is recreating a blast from the past.
And still ahead, the new luxury theater in Swansea is looking for some employees.
At 5:14 now on this Tuesday morning, our camera live over the city of Fall River here. We're at 70 degrees to start, very mild, also very muggy too. Today is going to stay dry, but this mild muggy pattern is setting the stage for some stormy weather headed our way midweek. Christina's going to update her forecast when that rain could move in and how much we could get. Kristen's tracking your commute as well, but first time for quick hits.
A Providence charter school is suing Rhode Island over the state's new charter school moratorium. De La Comunidad says the 3-year ban has been unfairly blocked. It's planned to open up next year, and the school wants the moratorium declared to be unconstitutional.
Bank of America cardholders can get free admission to several Rhode Island museums this weekend through the bank's Museums on Us program. Participating museums include the Providence Children's Museum, RISD Museum, and the Newport Art Museum.
The Massachusetts Lottery has officially gone online. That's right, players 21 plus can now buy digital scratch tickets and select draw games through the new Mass Lottery app and website. State officials say profits will help to fund early childhood education and other child care programs.
Thousands of T-Mobile customers are reporting service outages across the country. Down Detector says the report started around 4 o'clock yesterday and then climbed to more than 60,000 within just a couple of hours. T-Mobile has not said what caused the outage, but says it is working to restore service.
Meanwhile, happening today, Governor Dan McKee will sign a new firefighter safety law creating a statewide database of electric and hybrid vehicles. Officials say the database will help first responders quickly identify vehicles with high voltage lithium-ion batteries, improving safety during crashes and fires. The database will be maintained by the State Fire Marshal's Office and the DMV.
United Airlines is banning humanoid and animal-like robots from carry-on and checked luggage. The airline cites battery safety concerns. It follows a similar move by Southwest after a viral video showed a company flying with a humanoid robot. Other robotic devices may still be allowed if they meet existing baggage rules.
Wall Street will start the day mixed again. The Dow gained 262 points at closing time yesterday. The S&P also ending up a few points while the NASDAQ ended down. So now we're looking at stock futures. As you can see, we got the Dow up by about 106 points. The NASDAQ, though, and the S&P 500 are down so far in pre-market trading.
Well, happening today, the new Luxury movie theater in Swansea will hold a job fair, and they want you to join the experience. They're looking for theater staff, concession attendants, management, and more. The fair starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and no opening date for the theater has been announced yet.
And a different type of movie, Blockbuster, is back in the spotlight thanks to one man in a town in western New York. Anthony Shevchak has turned a little free library into a mini Blockbuster where anyone can borrow DVDs and, what are these, VHS tapes, all for free. He also accepts movies and a DVD player donation or donations to keep the collection growing.
We restock the box every single week, so there's constant rotating inventory. So you might stop by one week and it's going to be completely different the next week.
I used to love going to Blockbuster and like picking out candy in a movie. So this is kind of a twist on that. He says he hopes to expand the little Blockbuster to other communities and is encouraging people to donate movies and players to help keep the nostalgia alive.
Oh, fun.
I love that.
Yes, I do too. And let's see if the volume of traffic has expanded out there at 517. Kristen, how's it looking?
I was just thinking, do people have DVD players anymore? Do
Probably
people
not.
have
Probably a few,
Some
but not
do.
many. Yeah.
In the cars, a lot of the SUVs,
our director does. Just said in
there's
my ear.
DVD players that people can play. It's really popular for kids still to watch movies in the car, especially on road trips. And there are some cars that still, I remember as a little one too, being jealous of those cars that families would have that play movies. So I guess if you're watching a movie, if your kids are at least in the back seat, you at least have a good drive time ahead for you. If you are out on the roads for your Tuesday morning commute, things as of right now are looking good out there. We do not have any backups northbound if you're headed on I-95 from Providence up to 295. We've got a great ride of about 12 minutes. Christina?
Thank you, Kristen. 518. We are clouding up already out there this morning. And while today we will see peaks of sunshine, more clouds and sun is going to be expected for us today as the humidity is on the rise. And we're seeing a warm front lift our way that'll ultimately bring us some scattered showers and storms by tomorrow. Now, our chance today of rain is very, very low, only a 10 or a 20% risk. And mainly that's going to be off toward north and west. Really portions of Connecticut and then western Massachusetts could see some of those isolated storms bubble up, maybe up towards the Worcester Hills as well. But clearly tomorrow and also Thursday stand out as the wettest days of the work week. So we have a lot to talk about in terms of that heavy rain potential. Today, though, a good day to prepare for that. Maybe later this afternoon or evening, you're covering up your patio furniture so it doesn't get soaked. But you might want to take advantage of getting outside for one more day. Even though we're pretty cloudy out there right now from Georges of Galilee, we're turning humid. We're seeing those clouds on the increase. We're in the low 70s right now to start. So again, a lot of clouds. It's going to be the big story for us today. Starting out in the lower 70s this morning. And during the day, again, breaks of sunshine will be quite nice. You also see a few of those storms bubble up, but clearly the potential is much greater into Massachusetts, so we're looking pretty dry largely across southern New England. Now, we're actually going to be seeing temperatures a little breezier and cooler at the coastline, lower to mid 70s, whereas inland heading into those mid 70s for highs. And again, not a bad day, just much muggier with much more cloudiness. Turning mostly cloudy then by later this evening and overnight is when we start to notice those changes as rain begins to push our way. In terms of the rain potential, several inches of it is expected. And tomorrow we do run the risk of some ponding and pooling, some street flooding as well. But the worst of this still looks to be off to our west, Connecticut and most of central western Massachusetts. That's where the current flood watch is for the day tomorrow. So you can see that we're out of that. We're still going to be seeing a lot of rain, but the higher rain amounts look to be just off to our west. So kind of good news for us, but still soaking rain, 1 to 2 inches expected, maybe some higher amounts because of those thunderstorms and the heavier downpours we're expecting to see. All of this gets started during your morning commute tomorrow, starting slowly, then really ramping up at 9, 10 a.m. with these heavier downpours, thunderstorms pressing across the region. This continuing into Wednesday afternoon. During your midday commute into the evening, that's when we'll see some heavier ponding and pooling on our roadways. And we start to see this pull away by Thursday morning. But the back end of that cold front is still lingering, and it kicks back scattered showers our way Thursday. The rain on Thursday isn't quite as heavy. The showers won't be as numerous, but we're looking at a mostly cloudy day with a few hit or miss scattered showers. Ultimately, good improvements heading into the weekend, and even next week, our temperature trends are up back into the 80s by the time we get to the weekend. Friday, that was going to be our transitional day from the showers and storms. We see increasing sunshine for Friday afternoon, heading into the upper 70s, then 80s look to move back in for the upcoming weekend. Allison.
Next up on Sunrise, how a 3D printer is helping children with mobility challenges experience the world in a whole new way. Welcome back. Now it's time to show you something good. A man in Iowa is using a 3D printer to change the lives of children with mobility challenges.
Yeah, the man 3D prints mobility trainers and donates them to families in need. Anthony Duran started printing the devices that usually cost thousands of dollars. The trainers help children with mobility challenges move around on their own. Parents say it helps their kids experience the world from a new perspective.
Next up on Sunrise, is there too much tourism in Newport? Depends on who you ask. Why some residents there are saying it's getting a bit out of hand.
And an emotional day in court. On day one of the Lindsay Clancy trial, the testimony from her ex-husband. That's coming up next as we approach 5:30 now on this Tuesday morning. Good morning to Fall River. You can see kind of the hazy start out there, mild and muggy for your Tuesday. Sunrise will be right back.